Sarah really loved her phone. She was a true Gen Z kid. TikTok dances were her jam. Memes were her second language. Babysitting was just for cash. She needed new, cool trainers. The expensive, trendy kind. This new job paid very well. It was at a huge old mansion. She felt excited, but a bit scared. The house had a spooky name. Blackwood Manor, it was called. It sat alone on a dark hill. Twisted trees stood all around it. They looked like bony fingers. The paint was old and peeling. Windows were like dark, empty eyes. Sarah thought it looked very extra, like something from a horror film. This was not a normal babysitting job. An old butler opened the big door. He did not smile at Sarah. He moved slowly, like an old clock. "Miss Sarah, I expect," he said. His voice was like dry leaves blowing. Sarah nodded, trying to be brave. The hall inside was very large. Shadows seemed to play in corners. Portraits on walls watched her. "Okay, creepy vibe check," she muttered. The butler took her to a dim room. It was full of dusty old things. Thick curtains hid the daylight. Only one small lamp was lit. "The child, Mortimer, is upstairs." The butler's voice was flat. "He is in his playroom now. He can be particular," he added. Sarah wondered what that meant. This night was getting stranger. The playroom was at the top, up a long, winding staircase. Each wooden step creaked loudly. The air up there felt colder. The butler opened a heavy door. Inside, the room was quite bright, but not with normal children's toys. Strange chalk marks covered the floor. Candles flickered in a wide circle. A small boy sat in the middle. This boy must be Mortimer. He was maybe 7 years old. His skin was very pale. His dark eyes looked serious. He did not look up at Sarah. He was busy chanting soft words. They were not English words. They sounded ancient and odd. He held a strange little doll, made of twigs, mud, and string. Sarah looked all around the room. There were no toy cars here, no colorful building blocks. Instead, shelves held old, dusty books. "Secrets of the Shadow Realm," one read. "Chants for a Chaotic Tuesday." Mortimer was now placing small bones. He arranged them in a pattern. "So what game is this?" Sarah asked. He finally looked up at her. "I am calling the Watcher," he said. His voice was calm and clear. "He enjoys the taste of fear." Sarah just blinked slowly. Right, the Watcher. Of course. Kids had big imaginations, she knew. Some played with dolls or trucks. This kid summoned cosmic horrors. "Does the Watcher like pizza?" she asked. Mortimer just shook his small head. Sarah quickly grabbed her phone. Her connection to the real world. She had to message someone, now. OS. She started to type fast. "Kid doing black magic, send help." But then her phone screen flickered. The letters twisted and changed. Her message became strange symbols. It read, "Ancient Sumerian." Her phone had auto-corrected her. She tried typing her message again. "Creepy kid. Dark ritual. Help me." The phone buzzed in her hand. Again it showed only symbols. It displayed, "You have got to be kidding me," she said. She tried to make a phone call. No signal bars, zero service. Of course, the spooky old mansion. It probably had its own dark magic Wi-Fi. Mortimer let out a small laugh. It was not a happy, playful sound. It was a knowing, creepy sound. "The elder gods own the airwaves here," he said. "They do not approve of your memes." Sarah stared at the small boy. Then a new idea hit her. A wild, risky, totally Gen Z idea. If she could not call for help, maybe she could stream for help, or views. She opened her streaming application. She needed a good channel name, something funny yet terrifying. Toddlers and Tiaras of Darkness. Yes, that was absolutely perfect. She pointed her phone at Mortimer. He was lighting more black candles. "Hey guys," she said to her phone. Her voice shook just a little bit. "Welcome to my nightmare babysitting gig." A few viewers started to join, then a few more, then many. Comments began to scroll quickly. "OMG, is this for real? That kid is actually terrifying. Love the spooky aesthetic, girl." Sarah tried to keep her voice light. "So, Mortimer is just, doing his nightly summoning thing. He says he's calling the Watcher." The viewer numbers kept climbing. 10 people, then 50, then hundreds. People were sharing the live stream. "This is the craziest stream ever. That mansion is my dream haunted house." Sarah talked to her new audience. "Mortimer, say hi to the internet." Mortimer just grunted very softly. He threw weird powder into a bowl. Green smoke rose. Viewers loved it. The ritual was getting much stronger. The candle flames danced like mad. The whole room felt icy cold. A low humming filled the air. Mortimer's chanting grew louder, deeper. He's really into this, Sarah told her stream. A nervous laugh escaped her lips. We're at 50,000 followers, people. Can we hit 100,000 before it arrives? The chat exploded with excited messages. Suddenly, the chalk lines glowed. They burned with an unnatural light. A dark shape began to twist. It formed in the circle's center. It was huge, dark, and shadowy. It had far too many red eyes and very, very sharp-looking teeth. Mortimer clapped his small hands. He's here. Sarah's phone buzzed. A notification. Congrats! You hit 100,000 followers. She looked at the beast, then her phone. Well, she grinned at her stream. Who's the real winner tonight?